Welcome to episode 10 of Ramblings and Randomness with Roth and Romelio. He's Roth.
He's Romelio.
And today we will be casting our Uncanny X-Men. So we will be going over 11 characters that we will be casting. Remember the rules. We cannot cast anybody that has been previously cast in MCU.
We cannot cast actors or actresses who have previously won our fan castings.
And we do not have to adhere to age ranges except for Magneto and Xavier, who are between 40 and 50-ish.
And you want them to be close.
Right.
Because they
are close in age.
Are in the war together.
Right. So, let's just jump right into it. We'll start with the voice of Krakoa. Of course, Krakoa, being a living island, would have to be CGI'd, but his voice, we could use an actor and actress. So, who starts out? Ready? 3, then shoot.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it! I tried to psych him out. Oh.
I was like, if I think for a while, he'll think I'm changing.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do paper. No. Because if I do paper, he's going to do scissors. So I'm going to do rock. But if I do rock, then he's going to do paper. So I'm going to just go ahead and do scissors.
I just went, I'm not changing.
All right, so who goes first?
I will. So when I was talking with a friend of mine, and the first voice that came into my head, my friend was like, he's not that evil. I was like, are you kidding me? Basically, James Earl Jones came.
Oh my God, me too. That was my first choice. Was James Earl Jones? I was like, no, because they're all gonna be like, yeah.
But no, basically, I was thinking about James Earl Jones. My friend...
Obvious choice because he has the voice of a god.
And he's already voiced Land before.
Yeah.
Because from Merlin.
Yeah.
Series, he played a mountain. And he was good in it. But my friend was like, I think because Krakoa is younger, it should have a raspier sort of, and it should be more fertile, and his voice is more refined, so that's why I didn't end up going with him. So I ended up going with Ian McShane from Deadwood. He was Blackbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's Mr. Wednesday in American Gods. But he has a nice raspy voice, and I think he could...
Every time I hear Ian McShane's name, I just remember a 3 Evening with Kevin Smith, where he's talking about how he got into it with Timothy Olyphant on the set of Catch and Release. And Timothy Olyphant made him a comment, and Kevin Smith responded like, you know who was great in Deadwood? Ian McShane. I don't know the joke there. I guess Ian McShane might have killed his character.
No, those were the 2 main characters in Deadwood, so just saying the other guy was better than you.
Yeah, but I was like, Ian McShane, the way he said Ian McShane, I was like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
You know, the movie I actually really enjoy, it's just so random, but with Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz or World's End, but Cuban Fury.
I haven't seen that.
It's starring Nick Frost, and it's basically him learning, or he was apparently as a kid he was one, but he got picked on and he quit the habit, but as he's gotten older and there's this new woman at his office that he's sort of crushing on and he wants to impress her, and he sees she likes to salsa dance, and that's what he used to do as a kid.
So he picks it up.
So it's him picking
I
back
remember you
up
telling
with
me about
salsa
this.
dancing, and his teacher is Ian McShane. Ian McShane as a salsa teacher is amazing. And like he gives him so much crap. Oh, it's so
I love
good.
Nick Frost in
Into the Badlands.
Into the Badlands. He was great in that. As what's his name? Don't tell me. Baiji. Yeah, he's great. See him do kung fu. It's pretty dope. But anyway, hold on, you gotta lose. My choice for the votes for Krakoa is complete fan service. I thought about doing James Earl Jones too. And he just has that voice, and I was like, no, see that one coming. I want somebody who has. To me, Krakoa has to sound regal and what's the correct word? Proper.
How is an island going to speak regally?
Because you got to remember, the way we're doing it is he's a telepathic presence.
Yeah, but he's
So
so
he's
young.
already, even still, but he's scanned the world, and he can scan far enough that he can reach Xavier in New York from the Pacific. So, like, you tell me that he hasn't scanned the world and learned how to speak, and he thinks he's better than people, so he's going to speak with that pompous British accent, whether he's mad or not. And I'm sorry if I've offended any, British people, but I mean, 90% of the time I sound pompous and angry. So I was like, who could fit that role while doing complete fan service? And I went with Patrick Stewart. Callback, he's playing another telepathic presence, and the dude's voice. Have you ever heard him? Like in Star Trek?
Yes.
Yeah, he's they're all four lights. That was awesome. So, Patrick Stewart versus Ian McShane. Honey, you get the final call.
Krakoa should have drink some Earl Grey tea.
Right. Just after Earl Grey hot. Who are you talking to? Wrong series.
I choose Patrick Stewart.
Yes!
That was a little.
Your defeat is imminent.
That was a little overpowered for your first win. Are you trying to get me off the screen so you can just win that way?
All right, so 1-0 Mel. All right, so who's next?
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird, you're going to see this a lot throughout this episode, this was the international team of X-Men. So they were from all over the country and all different kind of ethnicities and nationalities. So I know me personally, and with my choices, I try to keep close to that, as close as I could. So
I did as well.
Thunderbird has to be a Native American. To me, he has to be large and imposing. So with that being said, I chose Martin Sinsmeyer, best known for his role in Westworld and Magnificent Seven. Dude, 6'1", block of Native American muscle, beautiful long flowing hair. He fits the part.
Thunderbird didn't have the long flowing hair in the original.
He did.
No, he had the didn't stop
It was
here.
a bob, but that's because yeah, but I mean, come on. How many Native
it's still
Americans
nice
do you know with a bob? That was just all they could draw. like I want him to look like this guy. Can you draw that? No, let's give him a bob.
Make him a beetle.
Right. All right. So who's your choice to go up against Martin Sinsmeyer?
This is one where we talk for Native Americans are really hard to.
They're really underrepresented.
Yes, I think out of a lot. I think they're the least represented out of all the list on here.
Definitely.
And so I was looking, most of, especially the big movie names, you tag the one who's been in something big recently, but most movie ones are older, a lot older, in some cases now.
And the number one, who's probably the most popular Native American, Adam Beach. He's been in a lot. Smoke Signals. He was in Suicide Squad as the guy who died at the beginning.
Spoiler.
Yeah. But he's been in a lot of stuff. He's a really good actor.
Mm.
But yeah, who's your choice for
Justin Rain from Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's not big enough for me. Like, to me, Thunderbird has to be. But
Again,
Underrepresentation.
that was the one out of this choice. I actually did a lot better than the Exiles one, where the Exiles I was having to look up a lot of different people, so like half of them I was just going based on look. He was the only one I had to do based on look on this list. Everybody else I actually have at least seen act. But that one was one where I was looking up and
see, a lot when I was researching for Native American actors, most of the ones I found were Twilight fame.
yes,
You know,
there were so many Twilight.
right? Which, don't get me wrong, like
That's good for that. Like, as bad as people give those crap movies, good for them for getting a lot of Native Americans.
Exactly.
Like,
and then a lot of them still working. I almost, if he was 3 inches taller,
Taylor.
I would have went with Taylor Lautner. Like, that dude can bulk up. Like, I will never, like, hate on him as much as you want. That kid bulked up to play Jacob. And so, like, he could play it if he's 5'8". So it's like, oh my God, he needs about 5 more inches. So, but I went with Mars. But who are you? Oh, Justin Rain, that's right.
Yeah.
So, Angie, Fear the Walking Dead, Westworld, Magnificent Seven. Who would you choose, Martin Sinsmeyer or Justin Rain?
Martin Sinsmeyer.
That's me. 2-0.
Banshee.
The Irishman. That's not Irish.
It was alright, I guess.
I'm black though. So, you go first this time.
Alright. So, when I was first looking up Banshee, I first thought of Cillian Murphy. From
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow from
Peaky Blinders.
the Dark Knight and Batman Begins movies. He was in Inception. He was
Peaky
the son-
Blinders.
What's
This is the show he's in. Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. And so that was the first line, and I was like, I think he would be, especially, he's more the age range I was thinking of first before my second pick. My second pick's a little bit younger, but when I was looking up pictures of him, 90% of them, he's
I'm
like
so
dead serious. And then the ones where he's smiling,
Looks like Psychopath.
he looks like he's going to murder you.
He'd make a good Black Tom.
He would make a good Black Tom.
Who's your choice for Banshee? Because after you didn't choose Cecilia Murphy, that's not his name. It's
not.
It's not.
Cillian.
Cillian. Let's be Cecilia. Cillian Murphy, right?
Words are hard.
Word hard. Mel speak no more. All right.
I went with James Phelps. Fred
Fred
Weasley.
Ooh, good
From
choice.
Harry Potter.
Ooh, I might lose.
He's got the bright red hair.
Mhm.
He's got the humor. I think he could play a very good jovial Irishman.
Agreed. Is he Irish?
I don't know. He's an
British.
actor.
Yeah, sure. I know someone who's actually Irish. No, really. So when I was thinking of Banshee, to me, Banshee's always been, like he said, jovial, a bit of a jokester, keeps things light. So I wanted somebody who could portray that. And looking through, I found an actor from a series I used to watch. Actually, both series I watched. Robert Sheehan, that's known as Nathan from Misfits, or the Sixth Sense kid from Umbrella Academy. I cannot remember his name for the life of me in that series. He's funny. Like, he is hilarious, especially in Misfits. He was like, it was a bit much at times, but especially in the first season, like what happened to him was dope. But yeah,
You're really helping your case. He was a bit much.
in Misfits, but like as he's gotten older and I've seen him in more stuff, because he was also in City of Bones, and especially in Umbrella Academy.
You watch a lot more than I do.
I do. Like, that was our thing for a while because we were always broke. So like we would go to like pawn shops and they have like movies like 5 for $20 or 99-cent bins, and we would go spend like $40 on movies and leave whole bunch of movies.
I do that on Black Friday.
Right. So, and we used to have this ginormous collection of movies. They were stolen when we were robbed.
You know who you are.
We watched. We used to watch everything. So, yeah. So yeah, I watched a lot. Watched. I don't do so much more anymore. Got 4 kids. So, honey, Robert Sheehan, James Phelps.
I'm gonna go with James Phelps.
Ah, see, I knew this one already. All right, so Mel 2, Roth 1. Who's next?
Sunfire. The one with the temper, Japanese with a temper tantrum
Yes.
and a sense of entitlement.
So, like we said, I really wanted to keep it as close as possible. There's a lot of Asian American actors I could have chosen, but I wanted to keep Sunfire Japanese because, like, in the comics, to me, he was very traditionally Japanese. You know, very close to his culture, and I wanted that to show through in his portrayal. So I chose a Japanese actor. I don't know nothing about this kid. I looked at him like he looks like he could play the part. Like he looks like it's stiff, and like he would hold fast to his traditions. So I went with Takayuki Yamada, best known for Socrates in Love from Japan. Never seen it. Again, I know zero about this guy.
I like how when I think I'm going to hear the title of a random Japanese movie, I don't feel I'm going to hear the title Socrates in Love. That would, if you said Socrates in Love and you said, okay, we have this movie Socrates in Love, it's not made in America, I'd be like, Greek.
Greek. European. Something
Yeah, something. It's made in Japan.
What?
Huh?
Agreed.
I kind of want a bunch of Japanese children now being named Socrates.
So who's your choice? Because again, I know not much about mine.
I don't know much more, but I've seen a movie he's been in. So I went with Ludi Lin from the new Power Rangers.
Zach. I didn't like him in Power Rangers. Like, to me, it was like he was trying too hard. But you better hope you win because he's being eyed for Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, honey, Ludi Lin or Takayuki Yamada?
I'm gonna go with Ludi Lin.
I love my mom so much.
Tied up.
Tied up 2-2. He's coming back. You're supposed to be my wife.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. She's so sweet. All right, so who's next?
Colossus.
All right, Colossus. Who went first last time? I did. So you go first this time.
So when I was thinking Colossus,
You're thinking Big Russian. That's what I thought.
yeah. And then I was looking up Big Russians. They were all really old. Really, really old.
Yeah, when I was looking at Russian actors, like they all seem to be like above 50.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't find any big ones. So I was like,
The few big ones are close enough to be that people would refer to as Russian. Yeah, they're still really old.
mm-hmm.
Like again, Dolph Lundgren.
I will break you.
So when I was like, okay, I'm not going to find a Russian I want, so I just want to find someone who I know has been doing acting and who is big and muscular. So and the one thing is, Colossus is big and muscular, but he's an artist.
Has that sensitive side.
He's a very family-oriented character. So I was looking through, and the person I'm picking, a lot of people don't realize is as smart as he is, but he's learning Chinese now, and he's just incredibly intelligent, and he's a great guy. And so I went with John Cena.
Not a bad choice. He is a great guy. Oh yeah, he's wrestling. But how will we see him?
Well, see, the armor goes on him, and you're seeing the armor, you're not seeing him.
Correct. Well, interestingly enough, I kept it in the wrestling family. I couldn't find any big Russian actors. So I'm like, let's go look at wrestlers. I know there's some big Russian wrestlers. First off was Rusev, but he's too short. So I'm like, what other Russian wrestlers? I'm like, oh, Vladimir Kozlov. He wrestled for WWE years ago. I think the last time he appeared was like 2012. Dude's huge. 6'8", 300 pounds, solid block of muscle, looks like an angry Russian. I was like, okay. He's like, I think he's in his late 30s, early 40s, maybe mid 40s. I'm not sure. But yeah, dude, I mean, I was like, okay, that's Colossus. Put him down. I mean, he's huge.
Huge.
6'8", that's 4 inches. That's here to here. On me. And then, man, no, too big. All right, honey. So who you choosing, John Cena or Vladimir Kozlov?
Vladimir Kozlov.
Crush, puny Roth. All right, 3-2.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Bamf.
Bamf. I still think she should have me bamfing in. Badass. But Nightcrawler, again, for the third time, Nightcrawler is a German, so I wanted to make sure I cast German. I feel like if we want to represent the international X-Men, we should represent them best of our ability.
I went with a not American, so I went with European, but he's not. I couldn't really find a German that was the right body shape. So I wanted, because everybody was either
Old.
stockier or old, like the Russians. They were really old. Like,
So, who went first last time?
I did.
All right, so I go first this time.
Yes.
We're having the same.
It's okay. Your wife's gonna pick mine. So.
Great. We have the same Sunfire issue. I don't know this dude, but I looked at him. I was like, I can see him painted blue. He's tall. He's lanky. So I went with Volker Brook. Best known for his role in Generation War, and that's it. I don't know nothing else about him. He looks the part to me. So who'd you go with?
I feel like I did. I feel like I had someone else I was thinking. Well, when I was thinking again, I wanted the lanky body. I really wanted someone like Tom Holland. Like, obviously not Holland though. But I was thinking the old, like the new kid they've got has actually been pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted to cast him.
I know, but if we cast any of the X-Men from the current line, it would, as their characters, like
fascinating.
you've already had Patrick Stewart,
Right.
and I got stuff later on. So, but if we cast anybody as who they are, it would just be a complete cluster.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so, and then of course I wanted it. Alan Cumming was pretty good in the role, and especially that opener was pretty awesome. But he was too stocky for the kind of build I was wanting. So when I was looking, I found I was actually looking at one of his brothers for a different role. Didn't want him, but I picked Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise from It, and we already know he's used to long hours in the makeup chair.
Yeah. Ooh.
But he's got that nice thin frame that I think he would work really well as.
And he can emote very well. So. Shit. All right, honey. Bill Skarsgård or Volker Brook?
It is Pennywise.
I knew she's gonna pick Pennywise. It's her favorite movie. I knew she was gonna do that.
The new one it's this year, right?
Yeah, September.
My birthday.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right, who's next?
Aurora Monroe.
Storm, African Queen. I win this one. I'm just going. You're gonna lose. Okay? Don't be mad at me.
I'll be mad.
All right, I went. You first last time. This is all you.
Oh yes, I went with Amanda Steinberg from The Hate You Give. I gotta explain something first. I guess when we do that, I already gave my choice. But when I was thinking X-Men, and we talked about how they can be all over the age range. the reason I decided to go with Storm a little younger was because we have Magneto, we have Cyclops, all of them are vying at different points for leadership, so we're going to have Magneto eventually turn and Cyclops step into the role. I wanted to have someone who's there younger and who's around, and then if you keep going on longer and longer, however long you can have these movies go, if Cyclops ends up stepping out or dying or whatever in the movies, Storm can now step in as older to be into the leader role, so we can see her arc end up building into that. That's why I picked her.
She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I see her in the role. But, to me, Storm has to embody, and not that Amandla doesn't, but how do I put this without sounding like a complete jackass? She's not dark enough. Like, I think Storm needs to have that chocolate skin to contrast that white hair. And so I wanted to pick somebody who represented that, was that beautiful chocolate skin African queen who commanded, respect when she walked to a room. And for me, that was Nafessa Williams, Thunder from Black Lightning. High cheekbones, gorgeous woman. And I think that, and especially if you ever watch Black Lightning, she is the ish. She does not play. Like, she has 2 alter egos in that show.
What was her name?
Nafessa Williams.
No, in Black Lightning?
Thunder.
Casting Thunder as Storm, huh?
Mm-hmm. Let me upgrade ya. All right, babe. Nafessa Williams versus Amandla
Steinberg.
Steinberg.
Stenberg.
Nafessa all the way.
How many is that? 2, 3,
That's
4, 3, 4.
Yeah, 4-3.
4-3. Took the lead. Gotta keep it. Gotta maintain it. All right, who's next?
Wolverine.
Schnick.
Old Canuck.
All right, so for Wolverine, I was going to go with a fan favorite right now. But I really wanted to do something different. Like, if you don't know who the fan favorite is,
I'll tell you.
oh, my bad. He'll tell you. But I wanted something.
I went with the fan favorite. I really like the fan favorite.
I really like him too. But when I was looking up Wolverine, like actors who play Wolverine, I came across this guy. I'm like, well, he's already played Wolverine, and he does it very well. And that is Tyler Hoechlin from Teen Wolf, or Superman from Supergirl. If you've never seen him play Derek Hale on Teen Wolf, it's Wolverine. Like, that's who he plays. The only difference is he has claws on his fingertips instead of coming out of his knuckles. Dude is a stone cold champ. 6 foot block of muscle. He's a bit taller than I was wanting, but if we ever cast Sabretooth, because I always base my choice for Wolverine on Sabretooth. So if Wolverine's 6 foot, Sabretooth has to be 6'4" or higher. Like, he has to be bigger. So if we ever cast Sabretooth, I know who I have in mind. So he's plenty bigger than him. But like, this dude, like, I'm gonna put a picture right here of him, like, doing his wolf thing, and I was like, that's Wolverine. So.
We heard the fan favorite rumor a month ago? 2 months ago?
Month and a half.
Something like that. And initial reactions are literally WTF. Mm-hmm. When you first hear it, you're like, huh?
And then you think about
it. But it's very similar to Robert Pattinson as Batman, where you just think of that, but it's been years since he played that character. He's done a lot more serious, he's done a lot more crazy stuff. in the years since. He's got the hair now, and he looks amazing now, and he's got the ripped toned body. And one thing that I actually really like going for him is the difference between others is Wolverine in the comics is always 5'3", and I came to accept when adapting movies you're probably not going to get someone that short in general. But this guy's 5'4", so he's actually right in the close. Like
He's well in range.
He's well in range, and I'm gonna have a picture so people don't just think of what he used to be, so you can see what he actually is now. But the fan favorite's currently Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter as Wolverine. But if you also think to the Harry Potter movies, the parts where he's starting to get pissed, he can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
And you get him nuts. I think he can do it really good. And then there's always that one movie where you have him in the pajamas with the guns, and he looks all crazy. And you're just like, I think he can pull it off. Like
I'm not going to hate on that choice at all. I like it. I like Tyler better because he's done it before. The animalistic fighting style. I've seen him in action.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if we got the 5'4" Daniel Radcliffe against like a 6'4" Sabretooth? Oh my God! Yeah. Not just the 6 foot. No, so get someone the full size you're wanting against a little. That'd be amazing.
I see it. But yeah, so Angie, Tyler Hoechlin versus Hoechlin. I don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin versus Daniel Radcliffe. Ooh, she's struggling.
Yes, because I've seen Tyler in that part, and he's awesome. But looking at the pictures, yeah, it's got to be Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, 4'4".
All the way, like it has to be.
Like it's just
like
it was one
the part. This.
It was when I first heard it, we were both talking about it. We were like, "What?" And then we started looking up the ones that people are actually talking about. You're like, "I can see it." That was the one.
Not mad at it at all.
I was just that was one.
I think those two very good choices.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
Cyclops.
All right, you went first last time. I did you, so you go first.
So we both went we both were wanting Cyclops to be between 20 and 30. Mine's a little bit older than yours, but someone who is stepping into the leadership role over the course of the movie. He's going to be doubting himself a lot early on because he failed. But I was looking around and I want someone who has a good commanding presence, but when I was looking, I went with Richard Madden. Rob Stark.
Ooh, good choice. I see it. He's a little bit older. Not bad.
Yeah, he's like 32 or 33
Charming
now. Yeah, Prince Charming.
From Cinderella. I went younger. My character, or my actors, I think 22, 23. And again, when I was looking up actors, I came across him after I saw Storm, because I was looking at Amanda Stenberg and he was in a movie with her, and I was like, he looks like a douchebag. A handsome kid, boyish good looks, kind of looks older than he is, but I was like I can see him in the role, like arguing with Wolverine.
I don't want him to be a douchebag, though.
I'm not saying he is a douchebag.
Yeah.
I'm saying he looks it.
Mm.
You know, that strong jawline, that whippy hair, and you know what I'm talking about. When you push the picture, people are like, yeah. But I went with KJ Apa, currently starring in Riverdale as Archie, and he was in The Hate You Give with Amanda as her boyfriend.
Okay.
Kid has acting chops. He can act. He's, I believe, from New Zealand. And he was huge over there. He's now starring Riverdale. He's athletic. He looks the part. A lot of people want to see him as Wally West in The Flash, but I think he would kill a Cyclops, especially being under the tutelage of Magneto at the start of our movie learning how to lead correctly, and then as a failure, I can see this guy failing and it eating him up inside. All right, honey. KJ Appa versus
Richard Madden.
Richard Madden.
Y'all did it again.
It's hard.
Yes.
Just put a visor on him. Which one you see?
That's what I've been sitting here doing. Okay.
Richard Madden looks a lot like a young who plays Cyclops in Richard Madden?
James Marsden.
I say Richard Madden.
Richard Madden took the lead. Roth is
That's
taking
the first
lead.
time
Yes,
too,
the first
for
lead.
today. It's okay though. Remember, I won the last one.
All right, we got 2 more left. The big 2.
Yep. Starting with Magneto.
I go first this time, right?
Yep.
All right, so I chose Michael Fassbender. Not really. No, I wanted to.
I wanted to too.
So bad.
Oh,
He
he's
destroyed
in the
that
age
role.
range now.
Right.
And he's
So good.
But no.
It was like, no.
I was very
he did
sad
that.
about not being able to
So
do
I
it.
started looking at people, and originally I came up with Christian Bale.
I thought about him.
Did you?
I really did.
That
was another one I thought about.
He was my choice until this morning when I woke up. I had him in my computer, Christian Bale. And I woke up and I was watching TV I was on my phone.
The reason I didn't pick Christian Bale, I didn't think he could pull off the slower moment, the more sympathetic moments. The anger part, I could get.
See, that's what made me choose him. Have you ever seen Equilibrium?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh my gosh, him in that movie, especially when like he's not taking the medicine and his emotion starts coming out and he just like starts crying and that I was like, that's like I could see it. But I was scrolling through Facebook and there was some site that mentioned something about 007 and I saw Daniel Craig and I said, never mind. Daniel Craig's my Magneto. That dude just looks the part. And I know Magneto's German and I look for a German actor, but I'm like, I need someone that I know can act and can pull off the action sequences. And he just turned 51, which was 5 years older than Christian Bale and closer to my Xavier. So I'm like, I like him better. So I went with Daniel Craig, 007.
So, I found out, this is after I decided not to use him, but I found out you'd pick Daniel Craig. That one I knew. It was the only one of yours I'd known.
Cheater!
He didn't tell me,
I'm
but
not talking about him.
I basically...
Oh, he already explained it to me what happened.
Yeah. I was like, I thought about Daniel Craig was one of the early, because I picked my Xavier first. When my Xavier came into my head, I was like, I'm doing this guy. And so then it was finding people close to his age range. I thought about 007, didn't go with him because I didn't think he could do the sympathetic part as well at the beginning. And that's the same reason I thought of Christian Bale, couldn't go with him. So I was looking for someone in the age range.
Let me call it.
You probably won't call it.
Ralph Fiennes.
No.
Okay, good. That's the one person I was worried about because I was going to choose him.
Aaron Eckhart. It's very much, it's similar because it's similar to how he was in Dark Knight, where
that's the first thing I thought of.
He's the hero for the early stuff, and then you watch him downfall into the
Villainy.
the villain, and he's one I can pull that off really well, I think. If you don't know, Aaron Eckhart was Harvey Dent, Two-Face in The Dark Knight, and the other biggest movie he's known for is Thank You for Smoking.
Love that movie. The Core. He's in The Core. It's a good movie too.
He's in a bunch. He's in some series recently. But
all right, Angie. Aaron Eckhart versus Daniel Craig.
I'm gonna have to go 007.
Yes! 5-5. It comes down to Xavier. Whoo-wee. Whoo-wee. All right. I go first this time, don't I?
no.
No, you do. Yeah.
So My Xavier, in most of the roles he's been in, I think he'd pull off, like, he seems similar in demeanor to Xavier. In the main role he's known for, he's not. But in all of his other things, and now he's in the age range now that we were wanting, he looks good in a suit, and he's done a few things where he's been pretty bald. Hugh Jackman.
Didn't see that one coming. That came from left field.
I actually was thinking and looking back at besides being Wolverine, everything else he's much more soft-spoken demeanor.
No, I can see it as Wolverine. Like,
What?
I can see him. I can see where you see that as Wolverine.
You mean Xavier?
Or no, as Wolverine. Like through his portrayal of Wolverine,
Oh.
I can see where you could see Xavier.
Yeah.
Not bad. You lose, but not bad. First off, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. Straight honest, because I did not choose a white man for Xavier. No, I'm not gonna piss you off. No, I'm not gonna piss anybody here. But you know how fans are, and so might not piss off any of our normal viewers. But if anybody random comes across this, I'll probably piss them off. So the guy I chose, I came across him by accident. I was blanking on Xavier. I wanted to do Fassbender, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna leave him out of it. And so I started looking through British actors, and I came across this guy, and I was like, that's it. I'm like, I don't care if he's black. I don't care. I imagine a scene I saw of him where he was very soft-spoken. He was very concerned. He was this fatherly figure, and everybody trusted him. The same way people do Xavier. So when our twist comes, it's unexpected, and he could pull it off 1,000,000,000%. I went with Colin Salmon. Best known from, if you ever watched the first season of Arrow, he played Walter Steele. He was also in 007 as, what was his name?
What's his name again?
Colin Salmon. Salmon.
That guy?
Yes.
What have I seen that guy in?
Arrow, 007.
That was Arrow. I haven't seen what was he in 007? Wait, which one was he in?
He's in Die Another Day.
He's General Zod.
In what?
In the new
Krypton?
Krypton show.
Oh yeah, he is. I haven't watched it yet. But the dude has the voice of Xavier. That British upper crust, but you can trust me with your life accent. I keep seeing him talking to Thea in Arrow, and just imagine that's Jean, and he's pressing. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, sorry. So Angie, it comes down to this: does Roth continue his winning, or do I take one? Colin Salmon versus Hugh Jackman.
Colin Salmon.
Oh!
Like he looks.
He literally looks. Take X-Men Evolution.
Looks the part.
Xavier, make him black, and then make him a cartoon, and it's the same person. He looks strong jawline, super bald head, smooth as a baby's ass. 6'5". Mel takes his first. His first win. So now we are 1-1-1 across the board. These are so much fun. I love doing these. Gives us real insight into each other and what we think about actors and what they need to bring to the table to play certain characters. Like looking back, I really like your Sunfire. Like thinking about it now, how much I didn't like him in Power Rangers.
You're not supposed to like Sunfire.
Exactly. That's it. That's what I was like when I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, no, I can't stand Ludi Land. Like,
Yeah, you're not
supposed to like Sunfire.
Yeah, Sunfire is a dick.
Yeah. But yeah.
So, we're gonna, after we post this video, we're gonna post all of the choices on social media.
Look for them probably either Saturday or Sunday. Probably do it Sunday, early in the day. That way we have a week.
Why don't you just post them when we're posting the video?
Where you posting the video? Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm posting Friday. And that way we have the weekend, and we'll blast it out a lot, shared across all of our social medias.
And then, we'll have people vote on them. because we're starting out, if we don't get a lot of votes early, we'll wait a week, but then we will do what the fans vote for our choices. So then we'll have a fan winner.
Correct.
That'll be our Rapid Ramble. And then next week we are not filming on our usual dates.
We are not filming. We normally film on Mondays. We are not filming on Monday. We are filming on Tuesday.
Because Monday,
we are going to see Spider-Man Far From Home, and our episode next week will be our review over that. The Rapid Ramble, if it's not our social media fan casting results, we'll probably do something related to that. Don't know yet.
Yeah, don't know. But our long video next week will be reviewing
Spider-Man Far From Home.
The end of Marvel Phase 3.
Yeah.
This actually is the one that's closing it out. The finale?
Finale.
Words are hard.
Words are hard today. I've been having a lot of trouble speaking. He can't add though, so I'm okay. But
anyhow, as usual, like,
subscribe. Don't smash that like button. Just hit it once, okay? I don't need you to smash it. Share. Turn on notifications so you know when we put up a video so you can see it. We're talking about
comments. We do
more videos up.
Like feedback.
Yes. If you have any suggestions that you think should have been in our casting, please post them below. We'll discuss those at our next fan Q&A. I think that's about it.
Yeah. So, join R&R next, or no.
Join us next week
for a little more R&R
with R&R. He's Roth.
He's Romelio.
We'll see y'all next week.
When we say hit it, just hit it. I can cut away the beginning.
Plus, it's cool. You don't want to see me bamf in?
No, you don't get the bamf in.
Your glasses.
Your wife said no to the bamf.
Cleaning my glasses. I'm a badass motherfucker.
Thank you. You saved me from having to figure out how to bamf.
I am a bamf.
What
does that even mean in that context?
That's word for fart. Bamf. Badass mother. BAMF.
You just do that sitting there.
That's what I'm saying.
But why do you have to bamf in?
Because that's what Nightcrawler does.
Yeah.
He bamfs.
That'd be hilarious. Like every time he like teleported, and instead of saying bamf, it's like badass motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. So if he starts like serial teleporting, it's like badass, better. So finally he just stops and is like badass motherfucker. Out of breath and stuff. Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm tired.
You're tired because you keep screaming badass motherfucker. Welcome to
Nightcrawler, as played by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. It's the one that says badass motherfucker on it. That would be great.